The first 37 chapters of Job is all about what happened to Job and how he responded by praying to know why. Woe is me. It would have been better if I had never been born. Then, in chapter 38, God comes to Job, not to answer his questions, but to ask Job questions. He actually asked Job 77 unanswerable questions because Job doesn't know all the answers. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the world? Did you draw up the plans? Did you lay the cornerstone? Surely you know. As the morning stars and the angels sang and shouted for joy, he was asking Job, were you one of the angels that sang? There will be many scientists who will be asked these same questions. Those who pushed evolution rather than creation. Man is full of arrogance that they think they know how old the earth is, what is out in the galaxy, what dinosaurs look like. Man tells God how it is. We want to understand and know why, when all he asks us to do is trust and obey. Some of the questions God asked Job could possibly be answered now through technology, like the depth of the ocean, etc. But Job would have no way of knowing. And still now there are things we can't know, but still it doesn't stop us asking. Chapter 39 says, do you command the animals? Chapter 40, do you still want to argue with God? Criticize God, but you don't have the answers. It's like somebody who comes up to you and tells you you're not doing something right, but when you ask them, well, what's the right way to do it, they can't tell you. It's kind of like that there. Job realizes he knows nothing and he covers his mouth, and then God asks him some questions, so basically asking Job, are you willing to say God is wrong to prove you're right? And ask Job to show God his glory and splendor, honor and majesty. And Job realizes, compared to God, he knows nothing, and he repents. The moment Job stopped talking and stopped asking why, God was able to talk to Job, and Job was able to listen. Right, it might have been a telling off, but Job listened. And then God blessed him. But not until he had, when you read the last chapter, when he had forgiven and prayed for his friends. Forgiveness is for the one giving it as well as for the one receiving it. Job stopped praying for answers and started praying for others, and God blessed him. He was better off in his later life than he was in his earlier life. He had 3 beautiful daughters, and he included them in his will. They were on equal par with his sons, which would have been odd if he was alive in Abraham, Isaac and Jacob's day, because women were not on par with their brothers. So are you suffering and don't know why, but want to know? and keep asking why? Is it time to stop asking why and start listening? How can you hear God if you don't stop talking? Psalm 46 verse 10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." The definition of the word know is be aware of through observation, inquiry, or information. But I like this one. Have developed a relationship with someone through meeting and spending time with them. Be familiar or friendly with them. Isn't this how we should be with Jesus? In your trials or struggles, are you too busy to ask? Are you too busy asking why? To spend time with Him and worship and adore Him. Put your faith and trust in Him. Take the time to be still and listen to Him. So the 3 gems from this study are: when life is hard, look up, not down. Listen and know He loves you. We don't need to fully understand everything, but we do need to fully trust in Him.